Let's talk about the kitchen. Ever walk in and just get this strange, heavy feeling? Like the life has just been drained out of the room? Well, today we're going to get into what's really happening when a space feels off. And I'm going to walk you through some really simple ways to bring all that warmth and energy right back.
And it really all starts with this idea. I mean, think about it for a second. Every quiet morning coffee, every little conversation, every meal you've made, whether you are feeling happy or totally exhausted, all of it leaves a kind of subtle imprint. Your kitchen is pretty much a silent witness to your life.
You know that feeling, right? It's when the light seems kind of dull, the air feels a little too still, and you just get this gut feeling that the room is off. I'm telling you, it is not your imagination. That feeling is very real, and it's a huge sign that the room has sort of collected something that we need to clear out. So what is actually going on here? We can call this the lifeless kitchen problem, and it's basically an accumulation of residue. And no, I'm not talking about physical grime or crumbs on the counter. It's something much more subtle. It's an emotional and sensory buildup that just makes the whole room feel heavy and flat. This is the key concept right here: emotional residue. Your kitchen is one of the most emotionally active spaces in your home. It's where we think, we talk, we move through all the little ups and downs of our day. And all of those moments, they create these invisible layers of energy that can totally shift the atmosphere.
Okay, so this isn't just some vague, mystical thing. There are actual concrete factors that lead to this energetic slump. Let's break down the three main culprits that are probably making your kitchen lose its vitality.
So here they are: clutter, lighting, and scent. Each one of these has a really profound, scientifically backed impact on how we feel in a space, and a lot of the time, we don't even realize it's happening. These are the physical sources of that emotional residue we were just talking about.
Let's start with clutter. You know, there's research from Princeton that shows clutter literally competes for your attention. So even if you think you're ignoring that pile of mail on the counter, your brain isn't. It's working overtime. That extra cognitive load is quietly raising your stress levels, and that contributes directly to that heavy, stagnant feeling in the room.
Lighting is another huge piece of the puzzle. Studies have found that warm lighting genuinely makes us feel more comfortable and connected. But that harsh, cool light, it can make a space feel really sterile and disconnected. The emotional temperature of the room literally changes with the light, adding to that feeling of coldness.
And finally, scent. Oh man, this one is a powerful one. Research has shown that what we smell activates the exact same parts of the brain that handle emotion and memory. So when a kitchen loses those natural warm scents, like baking or coffee or herbs, a huge part of its emotional heart just disappears right along with it.
Okay, so we understand the problem. And the good news is the solution is surprisingly simple. The very first step is to clear out all that old stagnant energy. This isn't about deep cleaning in the usual sense. It's more about resetting the entire feel of the room.
Here's a super simple 6-step ritual. And you can do all of them or just pick a few. Wiping surfaces with intention helps you reconnect with your space. Using salt is an ancient technique for absorbing dense energy. Simmering some lemon and herbs on the stove softens the air, while a gentle sound like a chime can break up the stillness. Finally, just open a window to let the old energy out, and then take a single, mindful breath to anchor in that new, clear state.
And this, right here, is the crucial point. This isn't just about the physical action. Wiping a counter is just wiping a counter, right? But wiping it with the intention of clearing the space, well, that changes everything. It becomes this mindful act of care.
So once you've cleared out that old energy, the space is ready for something new. It's like a blank canvas. The next step is all about reviving the senses to bring that warmth and vitality right back into the kitchen.
Think of this as your cheat sheet. For sight, switch to some warm lighting and, yes, clear those counters. For smell, you can bring in some fresh herbs or just simmer some citrus peels on the stove. And for touch, add organic textures like a wooden cutting board or a soft, clean towel. These simple actions just invite a sense of ease back into the room. And I really want to double down on the power of clearing your counters. When your eyes can just move freely across a space without getting snagged by clutter, your mind can actually relax. The energy of the room feels more open, more able to flow. It is such a simple change, but you will feel the impact immediately.
So you've cleared and revived the space? Awesome. Now, how do you keep it that way? The goal isn't constant work, not at all. It's more about developing a steady, gentle attention to maintain that warmth and connection.
It really just becomes a simple rhythm. Once a week, just check in. How does the room feel? Once a month, maybe add a small refresh. If there's been some tension in the house, do a quick clearing. Remember, the kitchen soaks that stuff up. And maybe you can start a tiny daily ritual. Something as simple as lighting a candle before you cook, just to anchor you and the space in a moment of presence.
So what's the big takeaway here? A lifeless kitchen isn't really a problem that needs to be fixed. It's a space that's asking for your attention. The next time you walk into your kitchen, I really encourage you to just take a moment and ask this simple question. It might be asking for fresh air, or a clear counter, or maybe just for you to take one mindful breath. Whatever the answer is, it'll tell you exactly where to begin.